Ao Nong Turing stands in the starry void, his face marked by absolute shock as he questions the identity of the mysterious voice speaking to his mind. Looking up into the chaotic swirling space, he realizes with awe that he is being confronted by the Lord of Oblivion, whose massive, ominous eyes loom directly over him. For a brief moment, confusion and hesitation wash over the young prodigy. His eyes narrow as he actually considers the dark entity's tempting offer of unimaginable power, quietly wondering to himself if he should accept it. Suddenly, snapping out of his dark thoughts, Ao Nong Turing forcefully slaps himself across the face to clear his mind. With renewed determination and anger, he firmly rejects the offer, angrily declaring that a proud prodigy like him is not the kind of trash that can be easily seduced by a disgusting creature from the dark side. Channeling his power, he furiously commands the dark entity to leave and fires a massive, blinding beam of blue energy straight up into the void. The immense blast strikes the sky above, creating a huge network of glowing cracks across the dark cosmic space and shattering the mental illusion. Wasting no time, Ao Nong Turing rushes back into the battle, trying to downplay the mental struggle to himself as just a minor issue. He immediately clashes violently with the fierce, horned demon enemy. As they fight, the white demon grins maliciously, continuing the dark side's manipulation by pointing out that the genius inside the cocoon is about to steal all of Ao Nong Turing's glory. The creature questions why the young warrior would risk his life to protect a rival when joining the dark side offers a reward billions of times greater. The demon follows up its manipulative words with a powerful glowing strike that wounds the young warrior, leaving him sweating and straining against the attack. The sheer force of the blow pushes Ao Nong Turing back through the starry space, while the demon expresses its genuine inability to understand his selfless choice. Despite taking damage and enduring the heavy psychological manipulation, Ao Nong Turing remains completely silent, standing his ground with a battered but resolute expression. In the midst of the chaotic battle, Ao Nong Turing is momentarily distracted when he notices something behind him. He looks up and is surprised to realize just how close he has drifted to the massive, glowing blue cocoon. Glancing around the vast battlefield, he notes that the stellar Supreme Commander, Makoto, is currently occupied fighting the Lord of Oblivion in an unknown dimension. He also observes that his allies are fully engaged in their own fights. Seeing that everyone is completely distracted by their own opponents, Ao Nong Turing realizes that no one is paying attention to his side of the battlefield. A sinister shadow falls over his face as a treacherous idea takes root in his mind, and he considers moving his fight just a little bit closer to the vulnerable cocoon. He coldly rationalizes his dark intentions, thinking that if he intentionally fails to dodge the level 13 demon's attack in time, any collateral damage to the cocoon would easily pass as an unavoidable accident. With a wicked, glowing smile, he admits to himself that the dark entity was actually right about one thing. Staring at the silhouette of Lu Shang resting peacefully inside the glowing shell, Ao Nong Turing questions why he should protect the very person who is destined to steal all the glory that originally belonged to him. A malicious grin spreads across his face as he fully embraces the dark thought of letting his rival be destroyed. Suddenly, his treacherous scheming is cut short when he is caught off guard by an incoming attack. The white-horned demon violently lunges at him, unleashing a powerful and heavy strike of dark purple energy. Ao Nong Turing cries out in pain as the strong blow lands, forcefully pushing him back. The impact sends him flying helplessly backward through the starry void, hurtling directly toward the cocoon. Gritting his teeth through the pain of the attack, he notes with a strained expression that his twisted plan is working, as the knockback has successfully brought him right next to the cocoon of light. Ao Nong Turing's expression suddenly shifts to one of deep surprise as he senses a terrifying change in his opponent. The white-horned demon facing him violently erupts with a massive surge of dark purple energy, laughing maniacally as its power rapidly skyrockets. The demon's aura takes on a terrifying, red-glowing, shadowy visage with a sinister grin, revealing that it is finally unleashing its absolute maximum power. Realizing the horrifying truth, Ao Nong Turing furiously prepares a glowing blue punch, angrily acknowledging that the creature had just been playing with him this entire time and is actually at the absolute peak of level 13, making it the strongest of the demonic generals. The white-horned demon smiles wickedly, confirming that it had been patiently waiting for this exact opportunity. A wave of dread washes over Ao Nong Turing as he realizes he was manipulated and used as a mere tool to bring the demon close enough to destroy the vulnerable cocoon, prompting him to desperately lunge forward towards the demon to correct his mistake. Refusing to accept this humiliating and disastrous outcome, the panicked young prodigy frantically reaches out, pushing himself to his absolute limits to intercept the monster. However, the demon simply points a glowing finger at him, coldly mocking the young warrior as a mere insect that cannot possibly stop its ultimate plan. With a devastating flash of light, the demon fires a massive, concentrated beam of purple energy that violently pierces straight through Aonong Turing's torso, causing him to cry out in agony. The young prodigy's momentum comes to a dead stop, and he floats limply in the void with a massive, fatal hole blasted completely through his chest. Coughing up blood as his mind breaks and he weakly questions his own foolish actions. Drifting away lifelessly, Aonong Turing plummets helplessly down into the glowing purple abyss, bitterly lamenting his terrible failure and calling himself a sinner of the starry sky for allowing his petty jealousy to doom them all. Hai Jai Dao is caught off guard as he watches the white-horned demon rush past him, heading straight toward the vulnerable Cocoon. His expression turns to pure panic as he realizes that all the intense fights around them were merely a distraction, and the enemy's true target was Lu Shang the entire time. Desperate to protect the young prodigy, Hai Ji Dao tries to move, but he is violently intercepted by the faceless demon, who strikes him with a burst of dark energy. Hai Jai Dao angrily curses the demon's calculated trap. Meanwhile, in a dark, ominous dimension filled with floating, glowing red crystalline eyes, the Lord of Oblivion chuckles sinisterly, sensing that their ultimate goal is finally within reach. Back on the starry battlefield, the white-horned demon charges its fist with intense dark purple energy, roaring for its target to die as it lunges directly at the defenseless Cocoon. The monster's sharp claws forcefully connect with the glowing blue shell. Instantly, the Cocoon shatters, erupting into a massive, swirling vortex of blinding white and blue light. However, the demon's devastating strike is effortlessly stopped in its tracks. A single human hand emerges from the brilliant glow, casually blocking the heavy blow with just one finger, which leaves the demonic general frozen in absolute shock and confusion. Lu Shang smiles confidently, noting to himself that it has been a very long time since he last used this specific technique. With casual, effortless precision, Lu Shang's hand extends from the glowing light and delivers a simple, concentrated flick of stellar power directly to the white-horned demon's forehead. The demonic general's eyes widen in pure terror and confusion, completely unable to process the overwhelming force hitting it. A blinding pillar of devastating energy pierces straight through the monster's core, completely overpowering it, as it screams in utter denial, insisting that such a thing is impossible. The level 13 demon's incredibly tough body immediately begins to violently crack and shatter from the tiny impact. The sheer force of the finger flick results in a massive blinding explosion that violently rocks the starry battlefield. As the intense light fades and the cosmic dust begins to settle, the dark silhouette of Lu Shang is seen standing perfectly unharmed amidst the swirling debris. Nearby, a group of human soldiers watches the spectacular display of power, staring up in absolute awe as they wonder what kind of supreme being has just emerged from the shattered Cocoon. Lu Shang fully steps out of the smoke, revealing that his hair has grown much longer during his evolution. Standing casually with his hands in his pockets, he surveys the chaotic war zone around him and calmly observes that since the situation outside is so lively, he simply cannot refuse to join the battle. A confident, predatory smile spreads across his face as his sharp blue eyes glow intensely with his newly acquired power. Watching from a distance, Hai Ji Dao completely loses all his composure. His face turns pale with absolute shock, and his eyes bulge as he screams out in disbelief, finally realizing that the monstrously powerful warrior standing before them is none other than the new recruit, Lu Shang. That's a wrap for today's recap. If you're loving the series, smash that like button and subscribe for more fast, clean story breakdowns.